me start this video by stating that every disappointment is actually a blessing. As we speak, Siminalayi Fubara has been edged towards acquiring and clinching on the APC governorship ticket ahead of 2027 general election. And at this time, among all odds, that Nyesom Wike's camp don't actually want him to clinch on that particular position, knowing fully well that as we speak, the House of Assembly members loyal to Siminalayi Fubara, the House of Rep loyal to Siminalayi Fubara, and even the Senate loyal to Siminalayi Fubara, where the former deputy governor Epalebo is hailing from, have all been screened out, and they will not be appearing under the ruling party's candidacy for 2027 in their respective portfolios. This has grown a lot of fears in the minds of a lot of persons regarding and stating if Siminalayi Fubara is actually going to clinch on the governorship ticket come 2027. But good news as we speak, an edge has come out that Siminalayi Fubara could and actually going to be edged to have been cleared to clinch on the APC ticket. And this news is not actually good for Nyesom Wike's loyalists and his camp, because at this time they are working within all powers to make sure Siminalayi Fubara does not clinch on that particular position. A lot of persons, residents and indigenes of Rivers State are actually asking that what is the issue that is leading, that is making Nyesom Wike not allowing Siminalayi Fubara to clinch on that position, because this man, as you see, has even employed and has signed for more increase for the civil servants, have done a lot of things. So what is the issue? At this time, he has been told to keep the agreement or stick to the agreements he had with Bola Ahmed Tinubu on that very day. And so many persons are stating, is this agreement actually in the favor or in the interest of the masses, or is it actually in the interest of few people being the cabals in Rivers State? Sincerely speaking, I'm going to be showing you the good news that has now clinched on Siminalayi Fubara ahead of time. But before I do that, sincerely speaking, Peter Obi made a very clever move. Peter Obi leaving ADC is divine, sincerely speaking, and that is what it is. That Peter Obi left ADC was a divine movement, because as we speak, Rotimi Amaechi and Atiku Abubakar are in strong loggerhead who is going to clinch on that particular presidential seat. On the part of Atiku Abubakar, he has refused to agree to the South ruling, and he has stated that he wants to run. On the part of Rotimi Amaechi, he has also stated that he is not going to agree on a consensus. Now listen attentively to what he stated regarding Atiku Abubakar, how he cajoled him in a press conference, walked out on the David Mark president, and this is exactly what played out. Watch, and when we come back, we'll continue.
Is that partly why you drop the APC and join?
Of course, that's the reason. That's the main reason. Why would I be shopping for a party?
So what are your chances in ADC now? We have Atiku, who has contested not once, not twice, 3, 4, right? 5.
Why are you doing that now?
Well, for accountability.
Okay, so you want to counter me times. I watched a video by Governor Duke, who said he started contesting in 1992. It's his choice. It's his choice to contest. You see? Okay, so I listened when they said, former vice president said he never failed primary before. I hope this will be the first time he will fail primary. But that's not even the issue. The issue is that at all times that you have passed primary, you have not won election. So it's about electability.
It's not the number of times.
No. It's, can I win this election if you put me before the country vis-a-vis him? Would he be able to win the election? And the answer I get is that he may not be able to win the election if he's put forward. Why?
Atiku?
Yes, I think so.
Where did you got the answer?
Because he has done against Tinubu before and lost now. That's elementary analysis. So what new thing do they bring to the table?
What new thing?
I've never run. if nothing else, I can argue that I've never run any presidential.
But you were defeated at.
Haven't seen the loggerhead Atiku Abubakar and Rotimi Amaechi is currently having in the ADC. That is to tell you that they are not even united as an opposition party to kick out the ruling party in power. This is the reason at which Peter Obi left. And the good news to Peter Obi, as you could see, Peter Obi is now the sole candidate to be favored on that particular presidential seat, primaries in their ADC, in their NDC, and this is exactly the good news for Peter Obi. On the other hand, look at it as you can see on your screen. It is now clear and obvious that Siminalayi Fubara has been favored. As you could see on your screen, the GRV stand, he stated, "WIKE is ashamed as Fubara receives certificate of clearance to contest for APC governorship primaries in Rivers State. Sincerely speaking, he has actually been cleared and he is about contesting without any fear nor favor." And this time, this is a way that he's going to be logging it out with Tonyecool. He's going to be logging it out with Okechinda in Rivers State. The question is, now that Siminalayi Fubara's loyalists from the House of Assembly down to House of Rep, down to Senate have been cleared and have been sequentially told to leave, has been disqualified. What is the hope of Siminalayi Fubara if he eventually cleans on that particular position? On the other hand, I'm going to leave you to watch this video of the former deputy governor of the state, Ipalibo, where she came out and started telling her supporters that they should calm down, that everything will work in place. Probably she has appealed that particular screening out. So ahead of that particular probably she has appealed that particular disqualification ahead of the primaries for the Senate. We are going to see if her name will be in the ballot or if she's going to contest. But according to the APC, portfolio they released in their verified X handle, it has shown that Ipalibo was not actually cleared. A lot of them. This is now telling you that the opposition party is having series of fracas, because at this time, so many incumbent senators did not even clinch back on the ticket. You have the one in Delta State, where the former governor Okowa has just won the incumbent senator, being Ned Nwoko. So these are exactly what is happening under the ruling party. Ahead of other developments, we are going to be bringing you those informations for you to get cleared about it. On the part of Siminalayi Fubara, he's not deterred, he's not shifted, he's still moving and making sure he cleans on the position, because the masses have actually, according to him, called him to come and serve the people of Rivers State. And all these are information I said to bring to your view. What is your take regarding everything that is actually happening? Let me leave you with a Ipalibo statement where she reacted regarding the disqualification in her screening ahead of the primaries. Watch, and when we come back.
To tell them that they should be encouraged, that they should remain calm, thanking them for their support, thanking them for their prayers, and telling them that God is in control. Everything will be all right. In fact, the point is that sometimes people don't always understand national politics. They don't understand that national politics is where you have to bring out your best so that you can bring back the best also back to your state. What will determine what you get from the national is the kind of people you set there to represent you. And by this appealing also to a great national party, the All Progressive Congress, to look into this matter and to do the right thing. And I'm sure they are capable of putting the records right. And so I don't want you to be agitated at all, but when the time comes, you will still do the needful. And God will do what He is supposed to do. Thank you for coming out today, in spite of the confusion. But I'm here to tell you that you can still remain calm and all will be well. And that's what I've just spoken to them in dialect. So I said, let me translate it so that my media can also carry it. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you, Your Excellency.
Thank you.
What is the impression with this light turnout that was very short now?
Well, this is what I expected this, because I've been holding all the whole week. I've been holding stakeholder meetings with my constituents across all the 8 local government areas, and so I knew that they would be expecting that today they will be here to do what they have prepared to do and discuss with me. We had a lot of discussions. We reviewed the things that had already been done, and reviewed the things that we're expecting to do in the future. And a lot of things that we need to complete, which already started, we laid the foundation. And we had a lot of discussions. So obviously they would feel a little gift off. That's why I've come, so that they can know that it's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. So they continue to stay calm until we see the fulfillment of the kingdom mandate that God has endowed for us to do in our districts.
Okay, do you feel marginalized being the only woman contestant?
Well, that's again is why I am calling on the National Party, is that they should look at this in terms of equity, justice, fairness, and gender. we have only 4 women in the National Senate, the 10th Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And this is a time when we are seeking to add more. Those who are there already have a lot of legislative experience. They have a lot of oversight experience and representative experience, which they would have needed to build up on as they go into their second tenure, so that they would, in terms of bringing back the dividends of democracy, they would be much more effective than putting a green home in. So this is why I believe that our women should at least be given that opportunity for continuity, to be able to continue what they started, and with that foundation to build on it, and also to bring in more women. And I believe that our president is very gender positive, is very gender sensitive, and in his speech before the primaries, he has been advocating that women should be given a chance when they are qualified. I am a serving senator, sitting and serving senator, so I do believe that I should be given this space, and that other women too should be given an opportunity to consolidate what we have done.
Sorry, don't you think it's as a result of the WIKE Fubara crisis in the States that has caused this disqualification?
I'm really not aware there's any such thing. You know what I mean? Because what we advocate for all the time is peace. Because this is a relationship that has gone on for years. So if anything goes wrong, the two persons' consent can come together and resolve it, and then with peace all over the place. And that is what you people have been asking for, and that is what I also advocate for.
Thank you.